Bob Ripley, Senior Tech Advisor for ABS. I'd like to show you some of the things we find at service clinic inspections and routine inspections in our maintenance shop. Down there on the table, first thing we have is a landing gear sector gear, which comes out of the actuator. You can see on the end of the gear where it's been marked red, where the teeth are worn past the limits. This is a common problem when you don't have correct dynamic brake settings. This is an uplock cable we found in an airplane at a service clinic with the end of the cable completely frayed, almost ready to break. This cable should be inspected each and every pre-flight before you take off. If you see a frayed cable, you can fly the airplane, just don't put the gear up till you get home. This is another cable we found, not during a service clinic, during a routine inspection. This is a main elevator cable that was located under the floor. As you can see, the cable is more than 50% gone from rust and corrosion. If this cable had broken, it would have probably been an inevitable accident. Back here is an engine mount support on the Bonanza IO520 or IO550 installation where the heat shield was put on backwards, and you can see that it cut two distinct grooves into the engine mount, makes the engine mount unserviceable. Any damage to the engine mount requires replacement. This is a drag link on the nose gear off of B-58. In real life conditions it should be straight. This is from a hard landing only, no damage to the airplane, no gear retraction. It's a hard landing only, bent this issue. Over here is a nose gear retract rod that was misrigged, a retract actuator arm that was misrigged, and you can see that it twisted the arm seriously into almost like a pretzel. Let me find one of my other stoppers. This is what the arm should basically look like when it's in normal condition.
No, my fault.
Okay. You can see the crack also in the arm where it gave way. This is a retract rod, a main gear retract rod that was bent, and you can see somebody has added an extra support on the top of the retract rod with bolts and nuts all the way through it. Not a legal repair. If the retract rod is bent, you've got to replace the whole retract rod.
Yeah, the benefit of that Pro Scion over Corrosion X.
This is on a Bonanza. It's an A-frame on a nose gear. You can see where it broke at this point right here. Somebody took and drilled holes in it, put a tube inside of it, and did a weld repair, which is totally illegal, and put it back on the airplane and put it back in service. This is a nose retract rod, aft rod on a B-58 Baron. It was bent and broke. They did a repair on it with a scarf joint and a fish mouth repair. As you can see, they put it back in the airplane in this condition, and the rod is still bent. Plus, they even left the heat treated assembly sticker on it, so it should not have been welded on at all. This is a typical wing bolt that we find when we replace wing bolts. What you see in the wing is the nut. This nut is in very good condition. The bolt head is in very good condition, but you can see pretty severe corrosion all around the shank of the bolt. That's why we suggest replacing bolts at 20-year intervals. This is a typical non-heater muffler that we find in the Bonanza. As you can see, this one has bulges all on the whole outside of it. This muffler was in service. This is not the heater muffler, so it will not put carbon monoxide in the cabin, but it needs to be replaced if you see any distortion in the outside or in the flame cone on the inside of the muffler. There you go.
The ABS Service Clinic provides a valuable second look at your Beechcraft to ensure the highest standard of maintenance and repair. Take your Beechcraft to a service clinic and encourage your mechanic to attend the ABS Maintenance Academy to learn more about inspecting and maintaining your Beechcraft. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time in the ABS hangar.